to, before we get to today's subject, I'm gonna explain why I haven't uploaded much lately. You know, my day starts at 3:30 in the morning. Cause I work a full-time job. I gotta get up and be to work on time. I get up at 3:30. I drive an hour and a half to my job. I usually get there between 5:15 and 5:30. Our day starts at 6 o'clock because of the heat. Well, I'm there at work till 2. The time I drive home is 3:30. And then when I get home, the temperature's been staying between around 95 and sometimes touching 100. The heat index, we've had days where it felt like 105. And it's also rained a lot this year as well, so the humidity's been really bad. So, I just haven't been out in the yard doing anything much. But okay, on to this. I salvaged all the parts off of it that I wanted to salvage. That frame's not what I thought it was. It's just two pieces of metal basically held together by all the different components of the riding mower. There's spots on it where it's notched out for different things on the mower. I don't feel like there's enough material there where they've notched and cut holes in it for different things for it to be rigid enough to build a go-kart out of. That project's dead. I don't know if we'll ever revisit it in the future or not. I have no plans to do that as of right now because I don't have enough jump lawnmower. As far as the engine goes, I've got a few more parts that I'm going to salvage off of it for the motor that's going to wind up on Project Red Wiggles. I've only done a couple of videos on that. Time and money is what's held that back. But anyway, that project's dead. But we've still got a go-kart project coming, and hopefully real soon. Alright, so we'll go ahead and reposition the camera so y'all can see that project and I can explain it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have right there in front of us is a Tomberlin Foxfire 620. It needs some work, so let's go ahead and move in a little closer so we can see everything that it needs. Okay, we obviously don't need we obviously don't have an engine, so we're going to need an engine. As far as I can tell from all the pictures and different things I've read online and watched online, these came factory with a Mitsubishi 6 horsepower motor. And for all the world and all the pictures that I saw, the Mitsubishi 6 horsepower looks like, for all the world, it looks like one of those Honda clone engines, just in, a different paint scheme. But that's what it looks like, and that's the motor that's going to go on it, a Predator 212. And it came factory with a CVT transmission. CVT stands for continuously variable transmission, and some people call it a torque converter. I'm going to try to just run with a clutch and just that 65 tooth sprocket. I don't know how well that's going to work, but if it doesn't work, then I'll buy a good go and buy a good torque converter for it. Okay, obviously we've got the shock missing there on the right side. That's no big deal either. They're a little overpriced for, Chinese garbage, but they're not, so terrible that you wouldn't want to buy it. There was a rack from the factory missing there on the right side. It's not a rack, a little basket, which I'm not worried about a basket. I'm not taking this thing to the grocery store. and it was so small, and the spaces in between the wire, you weren't going to use it for anything practical anyway, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not really sure why, but in some spots, well, the paint's all faded. We know the sun did that, you know, which, well, it probably really ain't paint, it's probably powder coat. Right there in the spots where there is no paint left, or powder coat or whatever, I can't see any kind of primer under there, so I expect it's probably just a very cheap, low quality powder coat. But you know, it needs a paint job. That ain't a big deal, you know. If you good name brand cans of rattle paint will fix that right up. Okay, let's move around to the side here. For it obviously is going to need seats. Obviously all the stuffing's gone out of the seats, and the frames are pretty badly rusted in some spots. I'm thinking that those seats are going to be kind of small for Michelle and myself, so I'm thinking that they're probably just going to get replaced with a bench seat, and I may have to build a bench seat myself out of wood or something. I just don't know yet. There really isn't any problems with the front end or the suspension up there. So you know, all I'm going to do there is when it comes time to start working on this thing, I'm just going to take everything apart, clean it up, grease it and paint it, and put it back together. It needs 4 tires, which, yeah, that may get a little bit expensive because those tires, that rubber's hard as rock, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them off the rims to just replace the tires. There's a couple of shocks that's laying in the frame there. They don't go to this at all. They're too short for anything on this, and you know, they're not to this, they're to something else. But anyway, that's gonna be about it, YouTube. I've done showed you everything I can show you. I forgot to mention that the hydraulic brake system on it, all that stuff's gonna have to be replaced, which, you know, it's just a brake disc, caliper, and master cylinder. That stuff's not terribly expensive. I'm just gonna replace it. You know, for the caliper, I've already found an exact copy online, so you know, that's not a big deal. I'm sure y'all noticed the red lawnmower sitting in front of that thing. That's my 97 Murray. I'm in the process of replacing the drive belt on it because it snapped on me, which it's too dark under there to really film. Plus, even the tripod's set up as tall as it'll go. It just won't go short enough to get under there, so you know, I decided not to even try to attempt to film that. Alright, YouTube, I would appreciate it if y'all would like, subscribe, and comment. And if we can, y'all, let's go ahead and get to 2,000 subs. I'd like to try to, if YouTube will allow me, I would like to try to monetize these videos. You know, if I get money coming in, I can do more videos, you know. I want to, at some point, build a shop with electricity to work in, you know, and a place to store my tools and stuff. I feel like if I had a shop with electricity to where I could use some more power tools and things, I feel like I could do a better job with my videos than I do, and you know, maybe even a better quality of work. Alright, YouTube, thank y'all for watching. Bye bye.